Coach Ben Miller, big 79-72 win over Coker to close out the 2013 portion of your schedule. Just talk about your game. Thought it went, particularly in the second half, it went very well for you guys.
Yeah, I thought our effort was really good. You know, I wouldn't say 40 minutes,
right,
but for the most part, that was probably the hardest we've played for seems like a while.
Right.
So that was good to see. We made plenty of mistakes. We had 20 turnovers, and I think we missed 3 dunks.
Yeah.
And we're a little careless, but the effort was pretty good.
Let's talk about some players here. 18 points from both Griffin Pittman and Comaine Rose. You got a big 20 points from Ben Jacobs off the bench. Shooting percentage-wise, Griffin 6 for 12, Comaine 7 for 13, Ben Jacobs 6 for 9. Thought you were selective and a little better shot takers tonight.
Yeah, and that's something we've worked on in practice. I thought Lander, our shot selection was really good, and then we got away from that up at Mount Olive, and it really hurt us. And we weren't perfect tonight, but shot selection was better. But overall, just our effort in man or even zone, when we played some zone, we were a little shorthanded that first half, but the effort in the zone was pretty good as well.
And talk about your rebounding. It seems every time you have a plus on the rebounding, even when it's the same and lower, you guys generally come out on the bad end of that. Just talk about your rebounding and how important that's been to you this year.
Well, it's just extra possessions,
right?
You know, and I think that's something we have control over. You know, the shots may not fall, but if you're missing some shots and you can get extra ones off the glass, it makes a huge difference in the game. We got a lot of extra effort points, and we got to the free throw line too. And for the most part, we kept them off the foul line, so that was also really important.
Right. And talk about closing out 2013. You're 10-2 going into the heart of your conference schedule. Talk about the confidence level of your team going forward.
Well, it's a little better after this one, and it's always nice to win that last one going into the break. I think guys are going home feeling good and confident. We were a little shook up there at Mount Olive, and they did a great job. And we have great respect for Coker. Anytime we've been able to get a win against Coker, we feel like our toughness level is pretty good because they're a very hard-working team. Coach Schmatz does a great job, and so we feel really good about the win. But we should have some confidence going into the break.
And talk about your schedule for the break, just to let fans know what goes on with men's basketball, and then also when you come back, what you're going to have to do to prepare for a very good Georgia College team.
Well, they get a week off. NCAA has that rule where we have to give them a week off, so they'll get home and spend time with their families. Hopefully they'll maybe get 1 or 2 workouts in because we got a short turnaround. We come back, and I think we have 3 days of practice before Georgia College comes to town. And they're another great program. A lot of respect for them, and so we're going to have to be ready to go.
Now, this interview wouldn't be complete if I didn't give you a chance to thank the fans out there, and obviously with Christmas coming up, I'm sure you have some things to say as well.
Yeah, it's tough this time of year without the students, but the fans were great. I love our home crowd, and it wasn't a huge crowd, but there were a lot of people out there making some noise, and we felt that as the game went on. The crowd kind of grew. Some people were coming right from church. It was kind of an early tip-off. But it really makes a huge difference in the Jones Center. And we got a couple more here over the break before we get students back. So appreciate all those fans that came out. I wish everybody a happy holidays and excited to see everybody after the break.